Back to our bride and groom. For Simon and Chelsea, this wedding is the greatest gesture of love that they can show. Standing before their community to declare their love and commitment. And it is bringing you all together to celebrate with a very big, fun party. But how did we end up here? How did these two cross paths and fall for each other? And what made them decide to be standing up the front here? Palms sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy, nervous, but looking calm and ready. St. Mark's Catholic College High School. Now we're going back around 15 years here, so some of the details are a little blurry, but one thing that Chelsea still remembers clearly is how much her cheeks hurt from smiling and laughing with Simon. Usually in food tech or woodwork class, where Simon had a habit of avoiding the actual work, so he'd somehow end up sitting next to her and chatting. Chelsea thought he was funny, kind and smart. And one memory that stuck with her is a long, patient tutorial from Simon on how to use the sin, cos and tan functions on her calculator. The only thing that she remembers and that provided any future utility from that conversation were the feelings that she started developing for him as he patiently explained the scientific calculator buttons. So Chelsea did a little investigating and asked one of Simon's friends if he was interested in anyone. The friend told Simon straight away, and not long after, Simon messaged Chelsea and the two started chatting. Simon was thrilled. Chelsea was kind, easy to talk to, and someone that he felt so comfortable around from the very beginning. They messaged each other constantly, and after a few months of getting to know each other, they decided to go on their first date. It was 2014, and for teenagers back then that meant one thing: the movies. Sex tape with Cameron Diaz. Simon told his parents he was hanging out with a mate. Well, Chelsea got her dad to drop her off and warned him, be on standby just in case. She was nervous, and so was Simon. Their first date was an entire movie's worth of silence. No talking, just two teenagers holding hands for dear life, palms sweating, both terrified of making a move and slowly losing feeling in their fingers. After the movie, so excited to chat and hang out, Simon starts making conversation. Chelsea barely musters more than a squeak as she is so nervous, and she secretly texts her dad, "Pick me up ASAP." It's alright, it works out okay. Then Chelsea abruptly announces mid-conversation that the date is over and her daddy's there to pick her up, and Simon is left hanging, 2 spoons in his hand, with his vision of a post-movie ice cream adventure slowly melting away. But fortunately, their story did not end there. They kept chatting, and over time, the nerves gave way to connection and comfort. Their messages turned into deeper conversation. And then, on the 3rd of October 2014, while Chelsea was on holiday with her family in Foster, Simon sent a message, or called, they can't remember, asking her to be his girlfriend. She said yes, and neither of them has ever looked back. Now, Chelsea always came across as warm and kind, but as Simon got to know her, he discovered there was so much more beneath the surface. And the more that he saw, the more that he loved. From the moment they started dating, he has always known that he has wanted to be with her for the long term. Chelsea has been the one constant in his life for all the big moments and new opportunities, as well as the mundane and the lows. And from very early on, Simon understood that he wanted Chelsea to be the last thing that he sees before he goes to sleep and the first he sees when he wakes up for life. Of course he does. Chelsea is awesome. Simon tells me that life with this passionate, kind, authentic woman by his side is infinitely better. To him, she is home. Someone he can be himself without judgment, his most trusted advisor, his rock, and a radiant light that further elevates all positive experiences. She counters his cynicism by seeing the good in everything and never fails to make him smile or feel loved. Simon adores how Chelsea is so excited to do everything with him, and he with her, whether it's shopping for groceries, being her sous chef while she's prepping dinner, or just being in the same room while she's watching a show and he's gaming. Just being close to each other is what matters most. And after a decade of talking, they have never had a conversation go silent. They are constantly talking with each other. So much so that Chelsea talks in her sleep to him. And whether she's sleep talking, like, ooh, the broccoli, so spooky. Or awake talking, Simon looks forward to any chance that they have to chat. So spooky. Chelsea is kind and gives 100%, no matter how big or small a task is, and Simon loves how authentically herself she always is. He also loves that since they first met, she hasn't changed from being that beautiful girl who laughed with him in food tech. She's adopted some of his sense of humour and grown confident, strong, independent, and extraordinarily capable. But at her core, the person he fell in love with has not gone away but flourished into the person that he cherishes most in the world. Aww. Chelsea tells me that Simon's infectious smile and laughter that attracted her to him all those years ago are still things that she adores most about him. In Simon, Chelsea has found a funny, smart, charismatic life partner. Someone who makes her feel like she can take on any challenge thrown her way, aside from cockroaches and spiders. He brings a level of calm to her life and makes everything just so much more enjoyable and fun. Now, their personalities and interests are total opposites, but they truly balance each other out. And while they are complete as individuals, together they are whole. Simon has encouraged her to chase her dreams and try new foods. He has also indoctrinated her into watching professional wrestling. They're actually going to do a demonstration for their first dance later on tonight. Was that meant to be a surprise? Okay, no. Maybe later. Yeah, all right. And provides a shoulder to hide behind or burrow into while watching scary movies. He is also there to provide the initial push to take the first step into the unknown, and he supports her when she needs it along the way. Chelsea loves his entire personality, from his sense of humour to his cynical side, and how he can go from making inappropriate jokes to having an existential crisis to myth-busting the ghost TV show that they're watching, all within 30 minutes. He has the best jokes and the best dark humour that can always make her laugh. And Simon is passionate about his interests, the gym, music, science, and finally, Chelsea loves his huge heart, his beard, and his hot gym muscles. A little flex, please, sir. Later, okay. Now, Simon and Chelsea's relationship began in year 11. They have grown up together, becoming stronger and closer along the way. They've been through so many stages of life together. They discovered what love truly is, and they really are the best part of each other's life. They have created a relationship that is strong, and they are a great team. They value communication and honesty above all, and they balance each other out. Simon's more logical and cynical, and Chelsea's more creative and optimistic. A good team needs its coaches and its cheerleaders, though, and Chelsea and Simon has asked me to thank you all as their community of loved ones for showing them such love and support in their lives. And particularly, thank you to their families for guiding, supporting and nurturing them into the wonderful people they are today. Chelsea and Simon say their parents' marriages are a big inspiration for them both. Their values have shown Chelsea and Simon the sort of people they want to be in life and in their relationships. They've shown them that marriage is for life. So thank you, Jules, Ian, Debbie and Joe, for your roles in raising these two absolutely wonderful people. And now I haven't told you I'm going to do this, but I'm going to make you stand up and I want you to turn around and look out at your child's wedding. I know I've made you cry and now everyone's going to look at you crying, but I want you to stand up and turn around and give everyone a big wave and take some of the credit. Appreciate this moment. You have raised some incredible children. Sorry, but not sorry at all. Also, for everyone else, I can see that they're all sitting here holding hands and it's absolutely melting me. So that's my awe moment from today. Now, Simon and Chelsea know that not much is going to change after today, aside from less talk about wedding planning. They have already been setting the foundations for a supportive and happy future together, and marriage is a continuation of the great life that they've already created. I have no doubt that their future will be filled with plenty more quality time together, cafe breakfasts on the weekend, all cooking together, only with Chelsea as the head chef and Simon as sous chef. They'll always enjoy... No, your place, Simon. They'll always enjoy watching movies, video games, watching wrestling, and share a genuine love of doing anything together. Grocery shopping, fueling up the car, running errands. They will forever be late because Chelsea has no sense of urgency getting ready. And Simon will always leave the shower and the cupboard doors open. And finally, Chelsea will never again leave Simon hanging at the movie with 2 spoons and dreams of ice cream melting away because she is a total fiend for late night ice cream snacks. Whatever they do, it is growing old together and it's enjoying a life full of love, laughs and adventures, and it's sharing experiences and growing closer together, and it's doing it all with their best friend. Sorry, besties. Their best friend, their husband, their wife by their side. I think we can all agree they're a great couple. Should I get them married? Yeah! That was pathetic. Should I get them married? Yeah! There we go. You got this? I reckon you do.
Yeah, you got this.
I call upon the people here present to witness that I, Simon Philip Aquilina, take you, Chelsea Virginia Gasson, to be my lawful wedded wife. I'm not one for grandiose gestures or public displays of affection, seeing as I proposed to you while you were half asleep in bed. But my life has been so much brighter since we started dating. I couldn't think of a better person to have spent the past decade with. I'm so honoured to have grown with you. You've made me the man I am today. Since the start of our relationship, there is not a day that goes by where you aren't on my mind. From the quiet moments grinding out our daily lives to major moments like today, you've remained the one constant in my life with an infinite capacity to turn bad days into good days and good days into great days. You are my first and only love, my best friend, and my favourite person in the world. I couldn't imagine being with anyone else. To say that you add to my life is an understatement. You bring colour into my life. The skies are bluer, the grass is greener, and everything is that much better when we are together. I didn't think I could have fallen so helplessly in love with someone if I tried, but that was the easy part. Loving you has felt second nature. I love you for your kindness, compassion, and caring nature. You bring warmth wherever we go. I love you for all the serious moments we have that break into laughter as we struggle to compose ourselves. I love you for always matching my energy and resonating with my silliness, my sarcasm, and my dumb jokes. You are the one person I can truly be myself around. I love that you are the first person I see when I wake up, and you are the last person I say goodnight to. that you are always by my side. Those are the hardest moments to pull away from, but they're also what I look forward to the most. I want you to know that you are loved and cherished beyond words could describe. Chelsea, you give so much to others in everything you do. You pour all your energy into them. The least I can do in return is promise that I'll be right there next to you of every aspect of life. I promise to never make you feel lonely, never grow quiet, and always make you my first choice. I will always be there to embrace and protect you. I promise to not only support you, but encourage you, all your dreams and aspirations. You're the source of creativity that inspires my daily life. I promise to always be your coffee date, to take you for late night sweet treats, within reason. I never want to stop spontaneous date nights, when even at our busiest, we are still able to catch up and enjoy each other's company. And I promise to always be your sous chef, helping prepare our favourite meals, your personal researcher, discovering new experiences and fulfilling your curiosities. Your co-pilot, ensuring we get to destinations with as little confusion as possible. I will make sure to be the warmth that embraces you of each and every past moment, like you have done for our entire relationship. You make me strive to be a better person and make me hopeful for what the future holds. I offer you my love, my life, and my future. I love you to the moon and back, darling.
It's okay. Good job.
You did so well.
You made it through.
Do we need a tissue break?
No.
Have a big tissue break. Blow your nose. No, we're good. Okay, alright. Do you want me to hold this? No, you don't. I'm not asking you. Sorry, I'm asking you. Do you want me to
No,
hold
I think
this?
I'm good.
I reckon you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Close.
Don't forget last name.
You got this.
I call upon the people here present to witness that I, Chelsea Virginia Gasson, take you, Simon Philip Aquilina, to be my lawful wedded husband. Simon, if I knew when we first met in high school that we would one day be standing here declaring our love for one another in front of our closest family and friends, I would probably have giggled and started writing Mrs. Aquilina in my notebook sooner. If given the option, many people would choose to know the exact moment they meet their soulmate. Simon, falling in love with you wasn't a single moment, it was a series of little moments that added up to one undeniable truth. Meeting the charismatic, smart, and confident guy who talked to me more than worked on his woodwork project changed my life. We didn't know it yet, but those sweet, simple conversations about the following weekend's party and who our dates to the Year 10 formal would be are the invisible strings that lead us to this very moment. From laughing at how you messed up an easy cupcake or cookie recipe with Paul, to you kindly explaining to me for at least 20 minutes how to use a scientific calculator, which we may have to go over again after this if I'm being honest. Every small moment with you lit sparks within my heart. Once those sparks turned into endless butterflies of excitement, I knew we were meant to be together. They really do say opposites attract. And for us, this couldn't be more true. This Taylor Swift-obsessed, creative-minded, reality TV-watching girl fell in love with the Black Dahlia murder-obsessed, scientific-minded WWE guy. We have grown together for over 10 years now and found the perfect balance within one another. We now both listen to Electric Callboy. We cook recipes together where we sometimes stick strictly to the recipe or other times we take creative freedom. And not to mention now we both watch WWE. Without you, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Your endless encouragement has led me to try so many new and exciting things. For example, thanks to you, I have a newfound love for sushi and Korean barbecue. You have shown me so many wonderful things and expanded my world. Your kindness and patience have taught me to no longer sweat the small stuff. Any challenge that I face is easier with you. Having stood by your side through all of life's challenges so far, I know that we can face any obstacle together and overcome it. I love your wild sense of humour and how you make me laugh about even the simplest of things. Thank you for supporting my coffee addiction, for reminding me to drink water when I have a migraine, and for indulging me when I ask if you also want a sweet treat after dinner. Your small gestures are always the highlights of my day.
There's more.
Sorry. I love the way you kiss me before you leave for work in the morning and spend just a few minutes before leaving laying with me to give us both the best start to our days. In short, I love you for the boy you were 10 years ago, the man you are today, and the person you will be for every year to come. Shit. Oh. So here are my lifelong promises to you. I promise to always make the coffee, so long as you cook the bacon and eggs. I promise to love you unconditionally on the days that are happy, and even more so on the days that are tough. I promise to always support your gym gains, even if it means we have to eat boy dinner instead of girl dinner. I promise to choose you and continue choosing you every day to encourage you and to provide you with the space to feel safe, seen, heard, and loved. I promise to always prioritize our marriage and the family we are beginning together today by communicating, compromising, and cooking you all your favorite foods. I promise to continue telling you I love you 1,000,000 times a day, just to remind you that you are the best thing in my life. Most of all, I promise to continue falling deeper in love with you every single day. You are my best friend, my soulmate, and my almost husband. No measure of time will ever be enough, but let's start with forever.
You're allowed to have a hug if you want to.
For those that don't know me, I'm an engineer. That means I'm an introvert. That also means I'm socially awkward, which means I'm setting the bar rather low for the father of the bride speech tonight. Now, when it came time to putting together the speech, I'd considered using AI. But as I'm reminded regularly by my children, I'm old, so I didn't know how to use AI, so this is an analogue speech. All me, 100% from the heart and from the mind. I did resort to using Google for the speech, and I did use it to put together the talking points tonight. Now, I did learn a lesson from some of my foster crew friends who went before me, putting together father of the bride speeches, and I've been roundly given a hard time in the last few weeks about how long the speech will go for, and I know that it will not go for 18 minutes, thanks Mark. I also know that I'm not going to get particularly emotional, thanks Bernie. Now, it's my formal duty as father of the bride to welcome everybody here tonight. Everybody's come a distance. Some have come further than others. So we have visitors tonight, or guests tonight, that have come from Western Australia, others that have come from Queensland, and some that have come from Tasmania. So there's a varied group of people here, but everybody's made the time and effort to come out midweek to come to a celebration for Chelsea and Simon's wedding. So I really do thank everybody for taking the time and effort to come out and celebrate with us. That, for me, is very important. It shows what friendship's really about, and it's what families are also really about. I'll go back to my notes. I am old, and as you can tell, I didn't practice this a lot, so it's more so my sincere thanks to everybody here, including all the staff that have made today. I know the amount of effort that Chelsea's put in over the last 6 months. Some of it I've had to help with, painting, decorating, even making a few pieces out of wood. But without all the effort of everybody, we wouldn't be here tonight, we wouldn't be celebrating. So, Chelsea, I think it goes without saying, Mum and Dad are very proud of you today. It's a special day. I hope you've enjoyed it so far, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. You bring out the best of both your mother and I. We can't tell you how proud you make us. The speeches today were just absolutely mind-blowing, and it's a very hard act to follow. To that respect, we love you dearly, and we hope you really enjoy the rest of the evening and then onwards into the rest of your life together. To Simon, what can I say? When Chelsea came to Julianne and I 7 years ago, I guess now, and said, "Dad, can Simon come and live with us? His parents are moving to Queensland." It was a bit of a shock to the system, but as you can tell, it all worked out for the best. It was probably a very good decision that Mum and Dad made, saying, yes, you can come and live. And for us, you've fitted into the family like another son. So I know you've been trying that moniker recently, the dad moniker. Well, guess what, son? You can call me Dad anytime now, officially. So that's the good side. Now, during the ceremony today, it was brought up on multiple occasions about your like of big, muscular guys that like to get sweaty with each other. That is a bit of a concern. Maybe there's a little toning down of the wrestling bit. Look, all jokes aside, the traditional part of the father of the bride speech is to offer some advice. I don't think I really need to offer you two advice. I think you've got it in the bag, so to speak. But the best thing that I can offer you is that Chelsea's always right, even when she's wrong, as I've learnt from my wife. So please keep that in mind, and together I'm sure that you'll have a wonderful life together. Now, the last part of the formal speech, a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Aquilina, to friends and family. Thank you for coming along tonight. Cheers.
Well, look, thank you everybody. It's lovely to be here, for all of us to be here. It's a pretty hard act to follow after Ian and Jules' speeches, so I guess with many other speeches I'll probably keep mine a little shorter, but just to reiterate what they've said. And certainly Deb and I and the rest of us are very so happy for Chelsea and for Simon. We think they'll have a beautiful life together. We only wish the very best for them. And I always see them as one word to describe them from us is they're inseparable. And I think that comes clear with the way that they treat each other. The time they spend together is pretty special. And you know, we're very proud of them, both Deb and I, Kieran, Simon, Chloe and Jai. We're all very proud of them, and seeing them grow up from their being the childhood sweethearts to you know where they are today. It's really special, really special. I also want to make an acknowledgement, particularly to Ian and Jules, and regardless of the Ford v Holden banter that we have, we actually love it. We think it's great. There's only one good thing between us, is that we both are Parramatta supporters, all of us. So that's one thing we have in common, and that will remain. That will remain. But truly, I want to make a special acknowledgement and a huge thank you to both Ian and Jules, because he was right. Well, Ian was right with what he said. They took him in as a son from the word go, and from Deb and I, from my wife and I, we can never thank them enough for the way that they've taken Simon in and treated him. They have treated him just like one of their own when we moved up to, eventually, when we did move up to Queensland. And for what they've done and for the way that they continue to treat him, I thank you both so much from the bottom of our hearts, both Deb and I. It's really, really, really appreciated what you've done so far. Jules and Ian are absolutely beautiful, lovely people, and you can see that in the result of Chelsea and the daughter that they raised. You know, they're all beautiful people. And to that, again, I just want to really show our appreciation for what you've done over the past. And look forward to the future in the special bond that we'll share. And I think, if anything, brings us closer. But back to Chelsea and Simon, because it's about them. It's their day today. No one can take that away from them. We just wish them the absolute best in life moving forward. I know, Ian, you were talking about what advice can you give them, and it is pretty hard to do, because I think they've pretty well got it sorted out. I really think they do. But I think if any sort of advice I can give, if any, is that just always treat your partner better than you treat yourself, and I think all good things will come in life, will come your way. And that's all that we see. So, you know, from all of us, we wish you all the very best for the future, and enjoy your lovely day. And thank you for allowing us to have the honour to share the night with you. Thank you.
When Chelsea first asked me to write a speech, I thought, well, shit, what the hell am I going to talk about them for 5 minutes, eh? But then I thought about it a bit more, and I'm a younger sibling, so I get to sit up here and talk nonsense about them for however long I want to talk about them for. So that's what I'm going to do. Chelsea, I'm going to start with you. Chelsea and I have had an amazing relationship growing up. But I want to tell everyone about one of the times she's really only messed up as an older sister. Chelsea, I want you to think back to a time when I was about 8, not 7. You know, I'm always 7 in your eyes, but I was actually 8 this time. And we would watch TV and she would decide what we would watch, because, you know, that's what an older sibling does. Now, for whatever reason, Chelsea, you decided to, a little 8-year-old Nick, it was okay for him to watch Criminal Minds. Now, if you don't know what Criminal Minds is, it's a murder show, criminal show. And little Nick was traumatized, yeah? And for whatever reason, you decided you'd let me do it, let me watch it. And to give you credit, you did what any older sibling would do, and when faced with the ultimate fear of me crying to mum and dad, you let me sleep in your room for the better part of half a year. I dragged my mattress in there and I slept in right next to her bed for 6 months. Chelsea, it would be safe to say that in that afternoon you got the award for the worst and best sister. Chelsea, this sums up our relationship to a T. No matter what goofy things we get up to, we're always there for each other. And I consider myself lucky that I ended up with this good of an older sister. Now for Simon. Now, as... I forgot your name. I don't even know your name. story that she said before. Simon, I want to tell everyone about my first impressions of you. As stated before, I was in my living room playing a game called RuneScape. Simon and I both like this game. Thank you, whoever that was back there. Simon walked in and he introduced himself. Hey, I'm Simon, as Simon does. And he sat down, he's like, oh, you're playing RuneScape, that's a cool game, I play that too. You gave me some advice, you gave me some items in the game, and it was really lovely. Thinking back on this interaction, I was bribed. But it worked, it really worked. Simon, if I had to describe you with 2 words, it would be charisma and chaos. My life has only ever gotten more interesting with you in it. For 21 years, I've only had one older sister, but I'm so honoured now that I get to call you my brother-in-law for the first time. Chelsea and Simon, you two are my biggest inspirations, and I wouldn't be who I am now without you. I love you both so much, and you both mean the world to me. Cheers to Chelsea and Simon.
Hey, kings and queens. So we are Simon's siblings. I'm Chloe. I'm the little sister of Simon and Kieran, and the daughter to the OG Mr. and Mrs. Aquilina. First of all, what a beautiful day it's been. Watching the two of you share this moment, celebrating your love in front of family and friends has really been something special. Simon, I'm so proud of you. You and Kieran aren't just my brothers, but you're also my best friends. We've shared so many memories, and one of my favourites is from your WWE phase when you were little. Not now, little. Let me set the scene. It's school holidays, Mum and Dad are at work. You two bring me a gourmet meal, microwave Doritos with melted cheese on top. And a can of Monster on the side. Real fine dining. We chill for 15 minutes, letting the protein digest. Then as soon as the ads come on, it was game time. You'd lift up the glass coffee table and move it to the side because, of course, safety first. Next thing I know, it's The Undertaker versus Kane. Kieran's got a leg hold, tap out bro, and Simon's twisting his arm behind his back. I'm sitting on the lounge thinking, this would have gone viral on YouTube. I don't know why I didn't video this at the time. Then Kieran yells, let me go, I gotta go pee, bro, and runs off. Simon looks at me. Next thing I know, I'm dragged off the lounge in a headlock and you're tackling me into the lounge. But I'll talk about something better. Simon and Chelsea. Oh. It's not all about you, Simon. Chelsea, you clearly get Simon away, most people don't, and that's saying something. Somehow you two make it work, and that's what really matters. Seriously though, we're wishing you both all the best in this new chapter. Here's to love, laughs, and maybe a couple of tiny tag team partners down the line. Cheers to Simon and Chelsea. Love you guys.
How's it going? So, as the celebrant touched on earlier today, I did put Simon through the wall. Here's some context. So we actually did have a Parramatta-themed football. We were playing it in the house, and we were just roughhousing. And somehow, I don't know what I was thinking, I tackled Simon into the wall. And in the drywall was literally a huge hole between his shoulders and his ass. The biggest hole out. And we're thinking, shit, what the fuck are we gonna do? So we're like, oh, excellent. There's this tall ficus here, we'll just move it. Dad's at work, I think he was in Western Australia at the time. And we're like, he's not gonna know. Yeah, he definitely did. And it was one of those things of Dad wasn't actually mad. He thought it was freaking hilarious. So when he's got home, Mum's going, Joe, you cannot laugh. If you're going to discipline him, you cannot laugh. And he just thought it was the funniest thing. Mum was freaking out because she thought the ceiling collapsed. Like, at the time, we were probably in our mid-teens, so it definitely wasn't that strong. But it was just a really, really funny story. So just to give some backstory on that, that's probably one of the funniest stories. Look, it is also about Chelsea as well. There's really nothing else that I can say that hasn't already been said. I can't say how proud of both of you I am. I love you both very much. I've cried so many times today. I'm not afraid to admit that. But I'm happy that you guys are happy. I truly am happy to be here, to experience this. And I really wish you all the best for the future. Love you both so much.
Fabulous.
Hi, Jules. Hey, Graham. Kaleidoscope. They say when you're fortunate enough to meet your person, life takes a turn for the better and the world becomes a whole lot brighter. For Chelsea, I had the privilege of watching this moment happen well over 15 years ago. Simon, I'm not talking about you. It's when she met me. For those who don't know me, my name is Jamie, and Chelsea and I have been best friends for as long as I can remember. Whilst writing this speech, I went back and I tried to pinpoint the moment, and it was kind of hard to say. What I do know is that a large majority of you in the room have played a big part in our friendship and how we've grown up together. We started at a young age, spending our weekends playing netball and soccer for our local club, the Glenwood Redbacks. We led a pretty successful campaign, winning a few grand finals in our time, and we have a few of the girls in the room with us. Through this connection, our families became close, regular weekend barbecues or dinners at the local pub. We began holidaying together and spent almost every year of childhood through to now on our annual foster crew trip with people who have become our second family. Shout out to the foster crew in the room. If you haven't worked it out, they take up most of the room. We then spent most of our teen years working together at our local coffee shop. Yes, we were earning minimum wage and giving up weekends and evenings, but we made some of our closest friends this way. And my last shout out of the evening is to the glorious gals and pals. Sprinkled amongst all these moments, all the times in between. As kids, it was the many sleepovers, the countless Twilight and Scream marathons, shopping trips at JJ's, scrapbooking club, or forcing Maddie and Kel to create cringy dance videos in my bedroom. As we grew older, it's now early mornings in the gym, nail dates, concerts, karaoke nights, or messy nights on club dance floors. Or even more recently, our cheeky Yochi runs. Chelsea, it's been a real honour to have stood by your side through every phase of life. This feels as close to sisterhood as a friendship can get. You're selfless with your time and you have such a generous soul. You are my biggest cheerleader and I'm yours. Thank you for leading any DIY conquest I've had to face, or making sure I'm covered whenever I need a sweetie treaty. You have an infectious energy and a goofy sense of humour. You light up the people around you, and I hope you know that today everybody in this room loves you. In saying that, no one loves you more than Simon. My dear friend Simon. Samsung Sai. Like Chelsea, I don't really recall when we met or a time before you. It feels like you just showed up one day and you two have been inseparable ever since. Simon, I can honestly say that you were perfect for Chelsea. She is her happiest around you. I love how you two embrace each other's interests despite having almost opposite taste in everything. I love how goofy your senses of humour can be and how you're always laughing together. Simon, I know that in everything you do, you make her feel safe, heard and supported. You calm her anxieties while pushing her to challenge herself to try new things. As her best friend, thank you for loving her the way you do. Oh, and thank you for always picking us up when we come home drunk from the metro. Even if we have to listen to German, man. Chelsea and Simon, together you two are truly unstoppable. You're a team and a partnership, but more than anything, you are best friends. I adore you both as individuals, but together you are my favourite. I think it's obvious tonight that you two have set the foundations for a happy forever. So let's raise a toast to a lifetime of love. Cheers, Chelsea and Simon.
So, first of all, I would like to say how glad I am that everyone is here to celebrate the most special day of Simon and Chelsea's life. It means a lot to me, and I know how much it means to them. The day so far has been amazing, and I'm privileged to be able to share it with them as Simon's best man. But now on to what I actually want to say. So, I was going to start this speech off by addressing the elephant in the room, but Simon's lost about 100 kilos, so like half of my material's gone. I've got nothing. For those that don't know, Simon and I met in high school and bonded over being most likely the two biggest guys in the grade. And surprise, surprise, where our friendship truly blossomed was in year 9 and 10 food tech. Whether it was the muffins that were so deformed it looked like melted cheese, almost poisoning the substitute teacher with our chicken risotto, or the dreaded lemon myrtle tea, I look back on those 2 years so fondly because that class was so fun. One of my favorite memories from not just high school, but in my entire life, is when we were walking to class and Simon slipped on a banana peel and fell on his ass. It was so comical, and I just thought to myself, only Simon could actually slip on a banana peel and fall. In contrast to food tech, in the past few years, Simon has gained a newfound love for the gym and has prioritized his health. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I think this is fantastic, and it genuinely makes me really happy to see him succeed. Not because he's losing weight and getting healthy, but there's finally something else to talk about with him besides useless science facts and video games. Just kidding, there's also professional wrestling. I know you've heard it a million times tonight, but anyone that knows us, of course, knows our love for the WWE. Simon and I have been saying for years that one day we both want to attend the biggest wrestling show of the year, WrestleMania. He knows where this is going. This would be the ultimate bucket list moment for both of us. Specifically, we have always said when WrestleMania is announced to be at Las Vegas, we're going. Well, last year I was at their house, and what gets announced on TV? WrestleMania 41 at Las Vegas. Holy shit. This is it. It's actually happening. April 19th and 20th, 2025. Not even 3 weeks before the wedding. I turned to Simon and said, "Are you fucking kidding me? How could you do this to me? You wait over a decade to marry Chelsea, and of all possible times, you interfere with our WrestleMania moment. Oh, it's my dream to marry Chelsea. It's our dream wedding." What about my dream, Simon? What about the plans we had and the future we wanted? Speaking of Chelsea, I genuinely believe you are the perfect match for Simon, and I see firsthand how much you care for him and love him. This is evident in all aspects of his life, the good and the bad, and the fact that it's so clear to me gives me great confidence about how the rest of your lives are going to go. I love everything about you besides the fact that you're named after a horrible football club. Let's go Arsenal. On a serious note, Simon, you're hilarious, loyal, and caring on a level that others potentially don't realize. You have no ego, and I love your self-deprecating humor, a trait both of us share way too often. While there's way more embarrassing stories of your past that I could share, some things are better left unsaid, and consider it a wedding gift that I'll let you off easy. To end things, I would like to say again how privileged I am to be Simon's best man and how wonderful today has been. It's a day I'll never forget, and I hope it was as special for both of you as you always envisioned. Simon, you transcend friendship, and I truly consider you like a brother. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the night.
That was so good. Now, I know it's a huge sacrifice that you missed out on your WrestleMania And you know, to be honest, everyone has come far and wide and, you know, made their own journeys to get here. But there's also someone who's missed something really, really big and special in his life, and that is Ryan Glanville. Now, this man, he's missing an awards ceremony. His own personal awards ceremony. He's supposed to be in Melbourne winning the award for Young Future Leader at the National Collision Repairer Awards. But he has graciously missed his own awards ceremony. So I'm not done yet. Ryan, I'd like you to come up here. I've arranged something a little special for you. I'd like you to come up the front here, Ryan. And I've got a trophy for you. No, I know you probably weren't expecting this, but
No.
did you have a speech prepared at all?
Yep.
Good, okay. There you go.
Now, Simon, I was supposed to be best man, but this will do. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ryan!
It's a tough act to follow. I mean, I've lost it. Okay. Shit. All right. Hi, everyone. We made it. I can't believe it that we made it with over 2 years of planning, stressing, and saving. We finally made it. We've anticipated this day for so long, and I can't believe we married. Chelsea and I are so happy to celebrate this moment with everyone important in our lives. Today has been such a beautiful day, not just because of the setting of all the details, but because of what it means. The commitment we made, the future we've started, and the beginning of a new chapter that we're about to write together. Looking around and seeing all of you, it is overwhelming, but in the best way possible. Just from the sheer amount of joy, love, and excitement, we are truly grateful that you've joined us today. From those who have traveled from far away and to those who have taken time out of their busy lives to attend, it means the world to us that you're here. To my handsome groomsmen, Paul, Kieran, and Nick, you are my brothers, my good time boys. Thank you for your uplifting support today. You have all impacted my life so positively, oftentimes in the form of brutal banter or shared interests. You are the most important men in my lives. To the glamorous bridesmaids, Jamie, Chloe, and Emily, thank you for being the pillars of support for Chelsea during the entirety of the wedding planning process. Your roles within Chelsea's life make you equally important to her happiness, and I want to thank you for always encouraging and loving her just as much as I do. I want to take a moment to thank Jules and Ian for their incredible support, love, and generosity in helping make this day so special. Your kindness and warmth has meant the world to us, and I feel so lucky to formally be joining such a wonderful family. I know it's a running joke at the moment to call you Mum and Dad, much to the dismay of Chelsea and Nick, but you have raised two truly beautiful people. To my Mum and Dad, you both have shown me the importance of trust and teamwork as the cornerstones of a strong relationship. Thank you for shaping me into the man I am today. I am so privileged to have been raised by such supportive and caring parents. Thank you for the unconditional love, wisdom, patience, lots of it, and for setting the example of what love and commitment can be. You are my foundation, and I'm so grateful to the both of you. And to my beautiful wife, I want to thank you for pouring your heart, soul, and creativity in today. As you made this day possible, I will be thanking you for the rest of my life, for creating one of my favorite memories, I should say, and one of, if not the best days in my life. I think I missed something, shit. Where am I? Oh, no, it's coming up. It's all good.
Just the process.
Yeah. Here we go. Chelsea, You are a shining beacon that has brought so many good people together to celebrate today. It goes without saying that it takes a village to raise a child. From the endearing spirit of your Nan Janice, I love you, sweetheart. To our friends, both old and new, who have created so many lasting memories, I would be missing a major part of your life if I did not acknowledge the famous, if not infamous, foster crew. Who welcomed me with open arms from the very moment I was introduced. She truly is a product of all you lovely people. You're my best friend, my world, and my dream. Today isn't just about us, it's about all of you who have helped us get here. If you could all join me and raise your glasses to love, to laughter, and a lifetime of making memories. Cheers.